doubles and coffee. So now the ministers jump out, Minister Randall Mitchell and Shamfa Kucho, and say, no money approved for no taste of carnival. After Gypsy and them PNM and the NCC come out and they start building pod going on at pace, stage going up, tent going up, contract give out. What was the procurement? What was the tender process? Who get the contract? Is it 25 million? Is it 30 million? Or you know the NCC under the PNM, whatever them say, the budget multiply by 2. Remember all of that Carry Festa and so on, and then it come back out under the Ministry of Culture, and they owing people still, Calypsonians still owed money and don't want to sing about it because Joe Newell culture in the Calypso. So how contract give out? What was the tender? Where the advertisement? Where the money coming from? If the minister say it's not approved, and doesn't it worry you that you just come and say taste of carnival just so and start to fling out money and then ministers saying it had no cabinet approval, so where the money will come from, where the contractors will be paid, and why you are wasting this money? Why is it so rushed? Why are you rushing in a pandemic when we have no vaccination, when Omicron is dominant and we only have 2 jab people, over 700,000 of us only have 2 jabs, when they're saying that you need 2 jabs and a booster to even reach 67% efficacy? And why are you putting us in pods if you're saying mandatory vaccination by February 17th, and vaccination is the magic bullet, and vaccination and mandatory and discrimination and the vaccinated against the unvaccinated? If vaccination so perfect and so good to go to mandatory PNM nonsense to force people to put things in their body, why we in goat pen? Why we lock up and why we can't move? How is it going to move? How is it going to work? What is the culture? What is taste of carnival? There's taste of concert. And then you're talking about no money, then you're firing CPEP, food card on pause, pensioners on pause. Donna Cox telling the elderly people who suffering to hold strain for 2 months. The PNM cutting everything for poor people, pause on food card for investigation. The school feeding program, over 20 caterers that were working on the school feeding have closed down forever. Why? Why did the government not continue school feeding? Because we had online school. Do you know that the PNM cut school feeding from under Kamla and Tim Gopi Singh from 76,000 meals, breakfast and lunch per day, down to 48,000 before COVID-19. Then during COVID-19, they used that as an excuse to suffer poor people and cut school feeding from 48,000 down to 20,000. And now they're talking about they have not even paid the bills to these caterers for the COVID period and before and beyond and before that. So you cannot even feed poor people children. Think about it. Many people depend on school feeding. In 1981, Dr. Williams used to give out 51,000 meals. Rowley with the golf playing, heartless, careless, callous heart, disgusting, who hates human beings of all types. Not only Indian, not only Hindu, of all types except those with money. He cut school feeding lower than Dr. Williams in 1981. Down to 48,000, and then during a pandemic down to 20,000. That meant that many children, 28,000 children, lost 10 meals per week that they would depend on. The PNM uses a pandemic to suffer poor people to pay rent. And you all serious? Some of you all still dancing and whining your necks and doing a very well choreographed dance to great is the PNM? Are you all serious? Greatest sufferation, greatest pain, greatest callousness, greatest doke, greatest pig pen, but no food for people? All you come on, man. Seriously. The PNM must go, and not go for now. Go forever. They must get a beating like in Tobago. They must get eliminated from the political landscape. Let them go through 60 years of rebuilding and fracturing and disunity, like what the opposition was forced to do, what the opposition was designed to do, what Dr. Williams put in the political machinery to ensure that the opposition always splinter. This is not no Charles Marshall soca. So let we do splinter. Let we unite. Bless.